A lot of people think that because you blew your account is because your strategy don't work. In reality, no. It's the consequences of not following the rules you set for yourself when you said you was going to do it. But if you don't know who I am, my name is Dez. I'm the owner of Galore Academy. I help traders become the best version of themselves when it comes to this trading, to help you build good habits, to make sure that you become profitable by doing these certain things to get profitable. But that's who I am, and we finna talk about the consequences of not following your rules and why it sucks not following your rules, and what the cost of not following your rules, especially the ones you said that you was going to do. You know that you said you was going to do this and that, and then you still don't do it and you blow that account. That's the consequences of not following your rules. Like, it's every time you don't follow your rules, it's a consequence. Just like how when you don't listen to your mother and she tell you not to do these things, boom, you get a beating. Or listen to the things that you said that you was going to do to get you the results that you wanted. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the consequences of not following your rules. So you got to understand, number one, every rule you break has a cost. Like I said in the beginning, when you do something bad, before this, you do something bad as a kid, or you see a kid do something bad, right? The parents always tell them, usually, I don't know how everybody grew up and stuff like that, but usually what I see is that parents always tell them, no, don't do that. They always give you like a warning. No, don't do that. It's not good. Then you do it again. You either get popped in the hand or you popped in the mouth, whatever the case may be, right? That it's always a cost of something when you don't listen, right? So that's when it comes to trading. So every time you break a rule, it has a cost. Either sometimes it comes out good. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, we are traders. We're taking risk, right? At the end of the day. But if you break your rule and you know that you broke your rule and you lose, that's the cost of breaking your rule. You lost money. You blew your account. Now your strategy doesn't work. No, just accept the fact that you broke your rule and it came with a cost, which their cost in trading, like I said, our cost in trading is losing. You either lose your account, you lose your personal account, or you just take a loss. You know what I mean? So understand that every rule has a cost. So number two, so what you want to do is you want to protect you from yourself. So what does that mean? So you want to protect your good habits from your bad habits, because you do not want to have so much of this process of this progress from yourself, right? You're consistently, let's just say you're consistently making withdrawals, you're consistently doing, the good things, and then them bad habits of over trading, the bad habits of over leveraging, the bad habits of not doing your risk management. That's the side that you want to protect from the good self of yourself. That's why I said protect you from yourself. So protect your bad habits from your good habits. So when you identify your bad habits, go ahead and push them aside. Like, nah, this is not what I'm finna do. This is not what I'm finna do. This is not how I'm finna go down. I'm not finna lose my account because I'm listening to that. It's just like having a good angel, bad angel, right? You're not listening to your bad angel. You want to listen to the good one to make sure that you come out on the top, and you want to become profitability, and you want to become in the 1%, right? So protect you from yourself. Eliminate your bad habits in order to get yourself to the next level and get yourself to the right level and understanding profitability, right? And number three is breaking your rules destroys your confidence. So when you're going to be, all traders do it. They break their rules. You even see the big trader influencers like Tory Trades. You saw that if you actually in that trading industry, you pay attention to other traders at times, right? I do sometimes, but I don't compare, right? But with Tory Trades, she literally broke her rule, and that cost her to lose over $200,000, right? It then trading because she broke her rule. So that was the cost she had to. But the thing is, what I liked about it, she understood why she lost that money, and she didn't blame it on the chart. She knew, I broke my rule. That's why I lost his money. She was very vulnerable with it, and it made it a very relatable thing, because it's like, we traders always usually break our rules, but like I said, it comes with a cost. But when you break your rule, it really hurts you, and then it's just like you have to rebuild again, and you have to rebuild that confidence. So when you break your rules, understand you're going to go through the phase of rebuilding that confidence every single time you trade, because you're going to have such past trauma on, like, just think about it. Wait, let's just think about it. If you lost $200,000, let's go back to Tory Trades example. You lost $200,000, right? Think about the trauma you're going to have when you're trying to enter another trade. I understand a lot of people say take the emotions out of it, but really think about it. If you lost that much money within one trade because you broke your rule, and that's what caused, think about how you're going to feel. Think about how much confidence you have to rebuild in order to honestly enter the next trade. And that's just like I said, it's understand it's 250,000. So I'm gonna try to put it in relatable terms. Let's just say you lost your last, or not your last, but you lost $500. Imagine how much, like I said, just imagine how much confidence you have to build right back up because you destroyed your confidence because you broke your rule. So one thing is, y'all, do not break your rule because it comes with the cost. Breaking your rules destroys your confidence, and you have to go through that phase of, all right, I got to do this again. Like, this is what I got to start over. This is the things that I got to do. I got to make sure I do these habits. Then you got to reanalyze on what you did wrong and how you got to go about it. And with the trading aspects, you got to just really just click real quick. But sometimes you do have to take that time off to really rebuild your confidence. So, like I said, if you're not if you break your rules, that's really a cost of it. Like, it really destroys your confidence, and it's just, you're going to be very hesitant to take the next trade. But in reality, you have to still take the next trade. Like, you have to really take that loss and suck it up and keep going, because you know how much you can make. You know what I mean? Always think about the positivity, especially rebuilding an account or rebuilding your confidence. Always think positive, no matter what. No matter if you just lost $500, you just lost $200, you just lost $100, whatever the case may be. Take your time to really build your confidence back up. Do the things that you were doing in order to really get back to where you need to be, right? And just enjoy the process of it. Like, learn from that loss, but enjoy the process of rebuilding and knowing, okay, this is what now you just know what you need not to do, and just do what you need to do that was building you profitability, right? So that was number 3. Number 4, you gotta understand, when the consequences of not following your strategy is when the market always collects its debt. So what does that mean? When Tori lost $250,000, remember, she made so much money before. Like, she made over like $1 million, right? But since she broke her rules, the markets came to collect their debt, just like how the government do. Like, if you're in debt, they gonna eventually knock on your door. They gonna eventually tell you, yo, we need you to pay these payment plans, whatever the case may be. Like, always remember, the market will always come and collect its debt. If you literally break your rules every single time. Like, if you break your rules and you take a loss, that's the market collecting its debt. It's gonna come back and bite you in the butt eventually. But don't do that, right? So that's number 5. The real discipline, and this is my best one. The real discipline is when you do the things that you said that you was gonna do in the beginning, in order to not really, in order to really follow your rules, right? So what does that mean? The real discipline is doing what you said you was going to do, and keep doing the same things that you said that you was going to do, which was make sure that you have your trading plan out. You was going to follow your trading plan. You had your risk management plan out. You was going to follow your risk management plan. You was going to do these good habits. You was not going to overtrade. You was not going to revenge trade. You were just going to listen to the plan that you have in front of you and follow it. That's what brings the real discipline in that area, right? In that sense. So this is the consequences of not following your rules, y'all. And what you have to follow your rules in order to get to the next level. You have to follow your rules to become a better trader. You have to follow your rules in order to maintain profitability, because you can be profitable without rules, but you cannot be consistently profitable without rules. And I'm gonna say that you cannot be consistently profitable without having a routine and rules in place to help you get to the next level, right? You have to have a system in order to get you to the next level. You have to have a system in order to bring you profitability. You have to have a routine in order to build profitability. I'm gonna keep saying these things in order for y'all to understand. All it takes is just a system. When you break your rules, it comes with a cost, right? It really just comes with a cost of everything. So these are the consequences of not following your rules. Make sure you take note of these things, because it's going to happen. Don't get me wrong. Even the best traders still, I ain't even gonna hold you. You look up to me. I still sometimes tend to break my rules, because we're still human at the end of the day. Like, we still have faith in certain things that that's probably going to play out, and then it just doesn't play out in your favor. And it happens in trading. Understand that it happens, but these are the consequences. And to avoid them consequences, I just gave y'all 5 steps in order to avoid them, right? Do those things every single time, you'll be good, bro. Promise. But if you did like this video and this value that I quickly gave y'all, because I really had to speak on this, because that was crazy. What Tori Trades lost $250,000. I ain't even gonna hold you. If you don't know who Tori Trades is, go ahead and look up her on Instagram. But that is very just a crazy story to really talk about and stuff like that. But if you did like the value in the game that I gave you, go ahead and click the link in the description. Make sure that you understand when you break your rules, it comes with a cost, y'all. These are the consequences of not following your rules. You will not be able to trade the next day, y'all. Like, you'll not be able to trade for future trades because you broke your rules. And now you're thinking that it's the charts when it's really not. It's you. It's you. You have to understand, at the end of the day, when you decide that you're going to break your rule, you decide that you're not going to follow the rule that you have set in plan, just understand it comes with a consequence. You're either going to lose your account, you're going to blow your account, you're going to not be able to trade for future references and stuff like that, or you have to start over. And I know a lot of people go through this. When you eventually start over in trading, it really hurts, because like I say, you have to build your confidence right back over and over and over. And it's just like, bro, you don't really want to go through this. So understand that when you're not following your rules, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have consequences, and you have to learn how to accept that. And you have to learn how to really change your mindset. You really have to change the way how you move when you do that. Let's just say you do break your rules. When you do break your rules, you have to learn how to really grow from that. And that's what really builds a strong, disciplined traders. When you actually go through these things and fix them instantly. Don't get me wrong, it's going to take time. It's going to take process. You gotta learn how to enjoy the journey. But understand, when you do it, it comes with a cost, right? And sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. But if you do end up on the negative side of taking the cost, then you knew what you signed up for. You knew what you was doing, and you know that the consequences is you're blowing your account, you're not gonna be able to trade, or whatever the case may be, right? Don't do it. These are the consequences of not following your rules. But Galore Academy, we out.